What's going on, guys? InTheFrontRow.com back again. Chris here with the one and only Devin White. Dev, say what's up.
What's good, people? We are back for another great episode. Let's go.
Man, hey, so those finals were kind of played out the way everyone figured they would. Not really too much surprise there, even though LeBron did play fantastic per usual. But I mean, let's get down to the realness, what people actually really want to talk about, Dev. LeBron James. L.A. Bron, am I right?
Hey, these rumors are coming out fast and furious. We hearing them from all directions. We hear from this guy, this guy. Honestly, I wish it could just happen already because we're going to have another month, man. Damn near like another month of build-up. I don't think I want to hear a whole month of this build-up, but we know it's LeBron. We know he's deciding again, so we know what it's going to bring. And rumors right now, jumping to it, the first rumors we're hearing, seems like everyone's saying it's the Lakers now. I know for a while back, that's what it was. And then that kind of tailored off a little bit. Everybody's like, nah, he's eliminated the Lakers. But now it looks like the Lakers have come back strong. Like, everybody said that's the favorite. It looks like Paul George is going to be joining them. So, I don't know, man. I think that might be a good look for the Lakers. But I'm just curious to see. I know there's a lot of rumors about what's going to happen, like maybe trading Lonzo, maybe trading Ingram, maybe trading Kuz. I don't know. I'm just interested. I'm really interested to see. But I think adding George and adding LeBron, obviously that's a great look. And I think if the Lakers can't do that, they definitely need to try to make that happen.
100%. And the crazy thing is, what I'm hearing is, if LeBron comes, that almost means that Lonzo might be out. And it's not even because of Lonzo. It's because of his dad. And I don't know if you heard earlier today, Dev, but LeVar Ball was on Big Boy in the Morning on 92.3, and he was off to his LeVar antics again, saying, hey, if the Lakers don't take, Jello and Melo too, I'm going to look for a place to play all three of my boys together, and I don't care where that's at. What do you think about that?
I really think, that he's being dumb. He's really hurting his son's future. He thinks that I feel like he thinks he knows what he's doing, but you're hurting your son's future. You're going to end up those three playing together is going to end up being right back in Lithuania because Jello is not going to be an NBA prospect. Jello's not going to. He's going to find out really quickly when the draft happens next week when he probably doesn't get drafted, and then when probably no one probably going to sign him. They're saying he's not even a G League player. So if he wants all three of his kids to play together, it's probably going to have to be overseas or in Lithuania or something. He needs to chill out with that. How can you tell the Lakers how to run their business? And then he was also saying the other day, he was on Undisputed with Skip and Shannon Sharp, and he was saying how if they don't draft him, then Lonzo will just go to another team. How do you say that? You can't just do that. That's not good. And I think the Lakers might be getting sour on him, and I think the Lakers might be like, hey, if we can kill LeBron and Paul George, and we don't need to have LeVar talking, let's just make this happen. So I honestly, I was, me, I'm a big Lonzo fan. I was always the one nah, Lakers aren't trading Lonzo, no way. But now, I see it might happen. I really see it because of his dad, and his dad talking more. He's saying he'll make LeBron better. Why would you say something like that? I feel like it might even come to a point where LeBron and Paul George is like, no, we don't even want to deal with this guy. So you need to trade Lonzo if you want us to come. So I think it might come down to something like that.
Yeah, and that's really unfortunate for Lonzo's case. I mean, I know everybody knows me as kind of a Lonzo hater, and I've always said good, not great, but when he does things like that, it really jeopardizes him. It puts a red X on his back for everyone to gun after him. But another crazy thing about the middle son, I think it's Jello, right? He's listed, he's listed at 6'5". They said at the workout he was a solid 2-3 inches shorter than Lonzo. So they think he might be closer to 6'2.5". So, I mean, and his son's trying to play forward in the NBA. Yeah, I think you're dead right saying that, if he keeps up the antics, he might have all three of his boys back in Lithuania. That's really unfortunate because Lonzo can be a good NBA player, but no one's going to want the baggage of his dad. It'd be one thing if Lonzo was Donovan Mitchell or Ben Simmons. I think they would probably put up with the baggage, but it's really tough in that way. But let's get back to these free agents now. I for one think LeBron's coming. I've been on and off that wagon all throughout the season. I think now I feel with the rumors of his oldest son committing to play at Sierra Canyon High School in LA, And also the Vegas odds right now, Lakers are 10-1 on winning the finals next year, and I think that's a loud indication that even Vegas has a hunch that LeBron's coming over. And now you're starting to hear about Paul George. Earlier, the last couple days, Paul George might consider staying in OKC because he qualifies for the Supermax. What do you think about that, Dev? Is Paul George coming or going?
No, you know how I feel about that. We can check every podcast we've done. Every time we brought up Paul George, what have I always told you, Chris? I said it's a done deal, 100%. Chris Paul coming to the Lakers. I said that before the season. I said when the trade happened to OKC. I said it a couple of weeks ago. I said, look, when his free agency comes, he's going to the Lakers. It's a done deal. And I've never strayed from that, and I'm not straying from that. He will be a Laker when it's time to sign.
I hope you're right. And another name we're hearing now thrown in the mix here is Chris Paul. That LeBron, instead of being recruited to Houston, LeBron might recruit Chris Paul to LA. How strong do you think those rumors are?
I don't think they're that strong. I personally don't think it's a good look. Like, what do you want? How old is Chris Paul? 30 what? What is Chris Paul? 30?
33.
34?
33.
Yeah, you want a 33-year-old point guard who's been hurt his last 3 playoffs, can't make it through a playoff series, been hurt? Like, I don't know if that's the route the Lakers want to go. And Chris Paul's on record saying that he only wants a max contract this time around. I don't know if honestly, at this point in his career, I don't think I would be willing to give Chris Paul a max contract. With all his injuries, and I don't think I'm willing to do that. So if he's looking for a max, I think the Lakers need to pass on that.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at Chris Paul play, it's like, damn, dude, the guy could freaking play. He's one of the elite players in the league. But then, it like clockwork, every time in the season, it's like, boom, injury time, and he's out. Boom, injury time, it's out. Big game, boom, injury time, he's out. And it kind of seems like that's how Chris Paul's career has played out, even when he was with the Clippers in those big games in the playoffs where you think they might have a chance to advance. He's not there, or if he is out there, he makes a bonehead mistake that he's not really known for doing at the end of the game. So, yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. Chris Paul is probably something you want to stay away from, but I do think LeBron and Paul George are in play. Now, what does that mean, though, for the other guys? Do you think that hurts the development of guys like Ingram and Lonzo and Kuzma? I mean, how do you think that affects them?
I think, I feel like I think if they get both of them, like I said, I think they might end up trading one of the younger guys, but I don't think it affects them. I think it actually kind of helps them, in my opinion, because I look at it like this. They've been playing with just each other these last couple of years. Just young guys, and you're looking at another young guy, like guys that are supposed to be the veterans, like KCP and Clarkson were the older, two of the older
I know,
guys
they're 25, 24.
Yeah, so it's like, all they've known was young guys. Now I feel like they're going to play with a guy like LeBron, who's going to hold them accountable. He's going to make sure they're going to practice different. They're going to not be messing around all the time. They're going to be focused and locked in. And I think that's what they need. I think they need someone like him. And everyone knows, like, when Bron's on your team, everyone just automatically acts different. Like Rodney Hood even said, like, it's just different when you're playing with LeBron. Like, it's not the same when I was on Utah. Like, you're on LeBron's team, like, it's different. Like, it's a different feeling. Like, that's just how it is. So I think it's good. I don't think it's going to hurt their development. I think it's good, especially with how much of he tries to get his teammates involved, and he's one to try to help his teammates along. So I think that's good. I think it's something that those guys need. They need a leader like that who's been there that can show them the ropes and hopefully carry them along.
Oh, 100%. And I want to get this clear for everybody, because I've been on Instagram and Twitter hardcore saying, look, LeBron's coming. I think he's already here. Now, people are taking that like, I want LeBron here. Let me make this perfectly clear. I acknowledge LeBron's greatness. He's one of the 4 or 5 best players of all time. I do not want LeBron on the Lakers because I'm excited to see the young guys grow and gel and mesh together and see what we can do organically, because I take a little bit more pride in saying, like, hey, that's our homegrown guys, and we did that ourselves. We didn't need a bunch of all-stars to come in and save the day. But at the same time, I got to tell you, Dev, I'm not going to hate on winning 55 games and finishing second or third in the Western Conference and having a legit shot at a finals,
Correct. That's how I've been telling a lot of Laker fans when I'm at work and other places. I don't want LeBron. I've never even heard people say, if LeBron comes, I'm not a Laker fan anymore. I'm like, you're tripping. Like, if you're a true Laker fan, as a Laker fan, you want to win championships as a fan. That's what your ultimate goal is, right? When you're rooting for a team, that's what you want. You want to see them win championships. So why wouldn't you want your team to give your team, or your management and your ownership to give your team the best chance to win a championship. That's what confuses me about these fans. You're like, you hate LeBron that much, you don't want to help your team. They're like, they don't even know why they hate LeBron. Most of these Lakers fans, to be honest with you, most of these Lakers fans hate LeBron because they love Kobe so much.
Yep.
They hate the fact that someone's almost as good as Kobe, that people are trying to say LeBron's better than Kobe. All these Kobe fans hate that. So that's why all Kobe fans are like, there's a lot of Kobe fans out here that LeBron sucks. Like, I'm not talking to you anymore because you obviously don't know what you're talking about. Like someone like you, you're not a LeBron fan, but you acknowledge LeBron's great. LeBron makes it happen. So any fan that's saying they don't want LeBron, I don't feel like that's a real fan. Like your goal as a fan should be wanting to win championships.
Oh, 100%.
LeBron coming, you're automatically a championship contender.
Oh, 100%. Especially with Paul George there, I think they would feed off each other great. One's a pass first guy who could score, and the other guy's just a gunner. So I think that works good. Speaking of Kobe, he had some comments on the last couple days. I don't know. Did you hear any of those comments, Dev?
Yeah, man. He really shook a nerve with me, man. I wasn't feeling that.
Well, I mean, I know he said kind of like you got to do what you got to do. You got to figure it out. You know, don't run, stay. You know, like kind of. I don't know. And Kobe was kind of saying, you do less and you'll get more. Like, and he was kind of quoting Phil Jackson sometimes, saying, thrust the game upon your teammates, and it'll empower them to play better and play with more confidence.
But Chris, I don't mean to cut you off, but I just have a question for you. Wasn't that the same Kobe Bryant who requested the trade from the Lakers because he said his team wasn't good enough? Wasn't it the same Kobe Bryant who completely just shut it down and quit when they played the Suns in that Game 7? Is that the same Kobe Bryant who's criticizing LeBron? Is it that same guy?
Yeah, true. But on the other hand, Kobe did not get to select that team in 05 and 06. He was handed that team. LeBron handpicked this team, and he put himself in that situation. He forced the Cavs to sign Tristan Thompson and J.R. Smith. He even held out on signing that 1-and-1 deal that he ended up signing until they signed those guys to crazy, ridiculous deals.
True, but wait, wasn't it also that same Kobe Bryant who ran Shaq out of town? One of the arguably the top 3 best big men ever. Wasn't it that same guy that ran Shaq?
That's a misnomer, bro. He didn't do that. He didn't run Shaq anywhere.
Yes, he did. He got Shaq out of there. No matter what people say, at the end of the day, that's what happened. He didn't want to play with Shaq no more. He did what he had to do to make sure Shaq wasn't there anymore.
I mean, I guess you could speculate because even Shaq's come out and said that's not how it really was, but I mean, and to the point with Kobe shooting the ball or not shooting the ball in that Game 7 against Phoenix, it's because that game before, Game 6, he shot like 40-something times and they killed him for it. So then next game, he just decided, all right, well, here's no shots and here's what's going to happen.
But is that leadership? You talking about LeBron? He was questioning LeBron's leadership, saying leadership is not just passing the ball. I've never once heard anybody talk about how great of a teammate Kobe Bryant was. A lot of players hated playing with Kobe. I don't know where he's getting off making all these statements and players.
Well, you know what though, Dev? In my eyes, I mean, yeah, maybe that comment was a little hypocritical, but Kobe's still coming out, I think, on top because when I look at the guys, Chris Bosh and Kevin Love, LeBron marginalized that guys who were once perennial all-stars and turned them into what people think are afterthoughts. Good role players like George Hill, Rodney Hood averaging 17 points a game in Utah, Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance, solid role players, look like bums. When you look at Kobe... Well, we're talking about we're talking about how everyone says LeBron makes everyone better, and that's not always the case. He makes the team better for sure because LeBron's tremendous in every aspect of the game. But I mean, you look at the teammates Kobe had. Lamar had his best season with Kobe. Andrew Bynum had his best season with Kobe. Pau Gasol had his best seasons with Kobe. Derek Fisher had his best seasons with Kobe. Shannon Brown, Jordan Farmer, after Kobe, they're out of the league. You know, I don't know. I mean, yeah, maybe Kobe shouldn't have took it to that level, but he does kind of have a point. And you know what's crazy is that Ron Artest said that same thing 2 years ago when LeBron went bananas in the finals and they lost that first time to Golden State. He said that's not a good series because he did too much and he didn't help any of his teammates and get them the ball and help them get involved. He did too much to where he made everyone almost stand around. So I don't know. It's double-edged for me because I can see it one way on LeBron's side and I can see it one way on Kobe's side. I don't know. How do you feel?
Yeah, I can kind of see your point in his point, but I just feel like I'm not a big fan of like players like that are retired now just coming back and taking shots at people and like kind of forgetting about what they were. They were in kind of the same situation. So it's like, Kobe, you can't forget. You were just playing a couple years ago. So don't act like you was always the greatest teammate. Everybody really you was great. Like that's how I say. Like don't be throwing stones if you weren't that guy. You weren't the super leader, Kobe. You had some of your best worst years. You went through years, Kobe. LeBron has never not made the playoffs. Kobe went through a couple years in his prime where he was losing in the first round and all that. So don't come at me with that, Kobe, because if you really want to look at match it up, I feel like LeBron has done more with less. You want to ask me?
Well, also, I mean, Kobe did go. He lost in the first round, but he lost to good teams in the Western Conference. He's not in that watered down East, but that's another story and a debate for another day. Now, I want to jump into this because you know me, Dev. I'm a huge boxing guy, and Triple G and Canelo, the ink is on that paper. September 15th, they're ready to go. I mean, are you amped? Are you pumped like me?
Oh yeah, man. Like you already know, like I was disappointed when it didn't happen. When your boy, Mr. Steroid Canelo, Mr. Tainted Meat, Mr. I don't know, whatever you want to call him, I was disappointed when that happened. I was really looking forward to that fight. It was supposed to be on Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo was in a Saturday this year. It set up perfect. We had the barbecue plan. We had the big party, and then bam, he wants to eat tainted meat. I'm putting quotation marks around my hands right now.
Yeah, air quotes.
Air quotes. He has tainted meat. But I'm excited. I mean, I don't know, man. It just still kind of like I'm not as excited as I was because I was really excited for it. And then when it kind of got canceled, I was kind of like, whatever. But now I'm seeing the excitement's building up a little more. It's gonna be a great one. I got Triple G tagging him. I think Triple G's gonna tag him again, and we'll go from there.
You know what? A lot of people right now have the feeling like, Triple G's gonna stop him. And I originally had Triple G unanimous decision in 12, but everyone I'm talking to right now thinks, no, Triple G's going to stop him. And a lot of people are also saying Canelo looks kind of skinny right now. Like, he doesn't have that size. So, I mean,
I can see that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, I hope that's not the case, man, because if that's the case, then, like, damn, bro, maybe you were on something. But I'm hoping that's not it. Now, also, your boy, Deontay Wilder, him and Anthony Joshua, looks like they almost got it worked out. Deontay agreed to terms. It looks like first fight's going to be in England, second fight's going to be over here. So, I mean, we kind of got a little boxing gift right now. We got Canelo Triple G, and then maybe following that later in the year or maybe the beginning of next year, boom, you got Deontay Wilder and Joshua. Two biggest fights you can make in the sport look like they're about to happen.
Agreed. But I don't know. I'm skeptical about the Joshua Wilder until that deal's signed because Joshua's scared. Joshua does a lot of things, but when it comes down to signing contracts, he's not known to be doing that. He's a little scared. I think he literally thinks he's scared of Wilder. I don't think he really wants to fight him.
Well, you know what? You might be right because, I mean, even though I think Joshua's going to win the fight, I still think he has in the back of his head like, damn, I could get knocked out. Deontay Wilder's a bad dude. And I kind of think it's like that Mayweather effect where even though a lot of people fought in their primes, Mayweather would still beat Pacquiao. Mayweather still didn't want to risk it, So I think it might be a little bit of that going on. And now, speaking of Mayweather, you're hearing those rumors coming out with Conor again, part 2. I mean, if that's gonna happen, bro, I'm just gonna lay my head in my hands. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I want to say that it's not going to happen, but then, when I also look at how much money each of them made that last fight, why wouldn't they want to do it? For them to, it makes sense to try to do it if they're going to make that much money again.
Yeah, 100%. And, all right, I want to close out the show with this one. Dodgers are rolling, man. The Dodgers are back on track. The Dodgers...
I love it. I don't love it that the Dodgers are good. I just love it how you want to talk about them.
Oh, here you go.
But bad, we want to talk about the Dodgers this week. We'll get back to that later. But now they're doing good. They want to carve out a little time in the segments for them. I see you, but it's cool. Everybody knows, listeners, I'm a Giants fan. There's no hiding that. So I'm a Giants fan. So I've been born and raised to hate the Dodgers, so that's what it is.
Hey,
I respect the hell out of them, but that's what it is. Dodgers are balling, right? They got that Muncie guys up there balling. The thing that concerns me, though, is your pitching. You guys have like 4 starters on the DL right now.
Everyone's on the DL right now.
The Giants have a lot of injuries, too. The whole division is injured. The NL West, the winner of the NL West might be like 5 games over 500 or something.
Right.
So it's going to be a race. It's going to be a race to the end. Honestly, I think it's going to come down to who's the healthiest at the end of the year.
Maybe.
Who can stay healthiest for the longest period of time and rack together a string of wins. But it's looking good. I think the Dodgers are like 1.5 up on the Giants. They're like 1.5 behind the Diamondbacks. So we're all within like 5 games, all the top 4. So
all right, wait. Before last question, before we close this out, Aaron Donald, the Rams, do they get this done? Do they get that deal signed?
It's gonna have to be because I think he's serious. Like last year, he didn't show up for. I forgot how long he missed, and I think he's willing to dig in and do it again. And it's gonna be really, really hard for them because they just signed all those players, and it's gonna be hard. I want to say yes because they need him, so I'm gonna say yes. It does get done, but I think it's gonna get messy, and I don't think he shows up before the preseason starts.
Wow. Well, you heard it right there, folks. Devin White speaking his mind. Devin, let them know where they can find you, bro.
You can find me all the social media platforms, Mr._D That's me.
All right, guys, you can find me on Twitter at C_RodSportsLA, C_RodSportsLA. And that's our show. Another great show, InTheFrontRow.com, In the Front Row Podcast. Dev, tell them goodbye, man.
Hey, man. Thanks for listening. We promise to keep going, and we should have some NBA finality to the free agency rumors in the next couple of weeks. We can discuss that. Let us know how you guys feel. Give us some feedback.
There we go. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you again next week.